Today I'm first day seeing on a shoot for Steak and Sizzle, and we are actually at Porsche Canada. It's pretty loud outside because they're still filming inside there. Wow, that's blinding. I'm first day seeing, and I'm B-cam mopping on the FX6. Get a bit of an inside look as to the direction and the lighting of the shoot, and just an overall concept of what this shoot is all about. So let's go take a look inside Porsche Canada and see what we're dealing with.
Yeah, dude, I think those kind of flybys are what we need. Like, I know we've got the radiator, but yes, stuff like that's cool.
Am I in it? Am I in it? There we go. Okay, and this is our talent today, the sim rig. One of 4 talent that we had running today. And we have our director here. Jacob, very quickly, give us a rundown. What is today's shoot?
So we're doing day 2 of the Porsche Esports Tech Talks shoot. We're capturing episode 5 and 9 today, and then tomorrow we're going to do 6, 7, and 8. Just, you know, doing cool sports, motorsport stuff and sim racing. Super rad.
And so the last time we had this car as our main kind of subject behind talent. And why do we pull in the sim racer?
So obviously the whole series is run on the.
Are we rolling? Are we rolling? Do you need me out of the way? Okay.
So obviously the whole series runs on a sim rig. So this is kind of like the cream of the crop sim racing rig. It's also built and put together by the main like season sponsor. So it kind of makes sense for the show. But check it out, man. It's like incredible piece of machinery.
Okay, we were talking about this earlier. How much does that sim rig cost?
40 grand.
And
40 grand.
How much is the steering wheel alone on it?
I think it's like $10,000 or $12,000. The steering is really cool because it's a true replica of the 911 RSR car, which is like big boy race car stuff. It's really cool.
That is sweet. This steering wheel right here, and it gives you like, you raced it earlier. It gives you like feedback.
Yeah, so it's all like it's all like crazy feedback. The steering wheel is obviously really cool, but so is the cluster. So at the top, it's like an actual like GT3 Cup cluster. It's basically you're in a race car racing. Super
That's
cool.
sweet. Yeah, even the seat has suspension in it, and it gives you feedback. The foot pedals, everything. I can't even see myself. Everything gives you feedback. There we go. So I haven't had a chance to race this. Hopefully at some point I will, but today we're tight for time. We're swapping batteries, which is why I'm doing this.
Yeah. You're having enough trouble learning your lines.
No, you're doing great.
I'm Joanne Boone.
Check out this extra stability this dad bod gives me. Just like gives me this little extra cushion to keep the camera nice and steady. Afternoon, we got to shoot a little bit of B-roll, get some sexy shots of all the details of this racing rig, of this race car, and one more interview. Phew, I'm glad you asked me about the lighting setup, because that I know about. But the script I don't know about. The goal with the lighting setup was to like create a pocket of light that our host can be walking in and around, so that we didn't have to keep moving the light or lights for each shot. So we basically created a bit of a pool or like a hot spot where our guests can walk around while the camera's moving around, and then I can walk around, chaser around. Okay. Yeah. And so for the most part, it's like a 3 lighting setup. Key light, fill light, pair light, and then we've got a bunch of little tubes to like tube lights.
Spice it up a little bit.
Spice up the set, you know? Add a little pink, add a little yellow, add a little teal to our, I don't know, we're trying to create like a bit of like a video gamer warehouse basement video game vibe.
Has anyone seen Adam right now? Do we know where did mini grip van go? Where did he go?
It's not often you're gonna get like a racing tutorial from like people who are like better and amazing. So you know you gotta go look at found Adam. That's incredible, man. I always have one of those at home. I don't think I'd work anymore. Woo.
My name is Adam Goodrow. I am a swing with Mini Grip Van, and I did the lighting on set today with the DOP, Victor. What do you want to know? All right, so right here is our 8x8 silk with the 1200D from Aperture blasting through it at full power. Generally speaking, this is a key in certain scenarios, but it's also ambient fill. Because the talent's moving around a lot and we're getting a lot of shots from different angles, we're very mobile today. It has acted a lot as a fill, more so than the key, but we're still keying from this direction. We're also using the Aperture Nova P300C as a fill, wraparound light, key. Generally speaking, we're shooting a lot of different angles and we're moving a lot with the cameras, so we need to be more mobile. So between the Nova and an Aperture tube light over there, we're able to make sure that we can move when we have to move and get the shots in the timing that we have.
We got a little bit of like light here on this side.
Spilling onto the seat. So
Yeah, like these things. That's good. Yeah.
And the last thing that I thought was pretty interesting, you stitched everything yourself. You made all this to save yourself a ton of money.
Yeah, you know, all the systems on the market are incredible. They're great, but for my purposes, I have to be able to pack things in a very tight van. So that means I have to make certain allotments and changes to equipment so that it can pack down deep. So I kind of took a lot of inspiration from the Westcott Scrim Gym, but I hate Velcro. So I use similar tubes to what they use. Unfortunately, because mine's a little bit bigger than 8x8, the fabrics that come on the market are actually a little bit smaller. So I bought the fabric from Rose Brand in the United States, and I sewed it all myself. And some people don't like the seam down the middle, but to them I say you'll never notice it, so deal with it.
Big soft source,
Yeah,
you'll never see it.
Yeah.
Sweet. And I've actually I have the Westcott Scrim Gym, and I've grown to not like the Velcro either.
Yeah.
And so I've actually gone ahead and bought the same ties that Adam's got in his grip van because it's way quicker and way more secure.
Right, yeah.
And I don't like the fabric from the Scrim Gym because it's noisy. So I got a silent grid and it's got the rivets built in and it's so much better.
So yeah, like another thing I do that's a little bit different than most other grips or swings.
We have light here.
We have light?
We have more light.
Look
There
at
we
that.
go, yeah.
Look at us.
Look, we kind of know what we're doing.
Yeah, kind of. So another thing I do differently than most grips or swings is that I don't use sash to tie down my fabrics. I use bungee cord because I find that, especially like if I'm in a windy environment, it has a little bit of give to it and it doesn't rip the fabric. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, I've learned after the last couple of videos that I still have a lot to learn, and I learned a few things from Adam. So look him up. He is Mini Grip Van.
Yeah,
definitely.
minigripvan.com in Toronto. Hey, thanks a lot, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Top line there? Oh, okay.
Actually, I'll do
Episode,
this,
scene,
so-
episode scene take. Okay, sick.
So Esports Tech Talks, I'm your host, Joanne.
Sorry, what now?
Especially for this series where we have a big grid of cars competing. So I'm Joanne Bluen, and I am the host of Tech Talks. So today I am just on site doing some stand-ups, doing some throws, and interviewing some very interesting people.
And have you had any experience in the world of racing before this?
Actually, I have not. I have not. But I am excited, and I'm a speeder. Should I be saying that on camera? I do speed, and I do sometimes consider my car a race car. If you see me going down the 400 series of highways, I'm usually the one that's speeding.
Have you been given any tips at all on how to drive in the simulator yet?
Well, the last interview I did, he kind of gave some tips and tricks. However, I'm more of the let's wing it type of person, so I am just going to go for it and see what I can do. And I have a feeling I can beat his time because I'm pretty competitive.
Sweet, sweet. And then last question for you, because this is more on the video side. If there's anyone that's looking to get into hosting series like this or kind of being on-camera talent in any way, what advice would you give them?
If you're looking to get into hosting, just be persistent, be driven. Don't let anything hold you back. If you see any castings, apply to them. What I've been doing is reaching out to people on LinkedIn and saying, hey, if you need a host, if you need an actress, I'm the one for you. And if you ever have any questions, reach out to me. I'm happy to help too. But I'll help you the best I can, and I'll give you tips and tricks on what to do when you're on camera. So I'm happy to help in any way I can.
Well, I'm back in Evil Empire because I totally forgot to do a sign off on Tuesday when I was out on set with Steak and Sizzle in PORSCHE, Canada. Thanks for having me out as first AC and BCam. It's been a little bit quieter for me on the DP front, shooting in sports and doc world. So I've been taking a few more jobs as a first AC and BCam, because I figured if I'm not busy doing what I normally do, I might as well get out on sets where I'm needed and learn a few things how other production companies work. It's invaluable even if you're not going to be making the same rate you normally make on set in your usual role, but I find it's, again, invaluable to learn different ways that production companies will set up shots, how their process works, and all of those other things. So yeah, I don't know. I think that's the main point of this sign off, is to maybe not just shrug it off and say, no, that works too low for me. I used to do that, and I'm trying to not do that now, because there's always ways you can learn. So yeah, make new friends, work on different sets, and it'll do you good. All right, that's it for me today. We'll see you next week.
Done. Wrapped. Whoa.
Let's go turn on the housies.
Teach me how to dump.
Teach you how to
Or drive. Or